Upper East region, where the Kusor Traditional Council in the Upper East region has banned all campaign activities by the new patriotic party and directed its people to refrain from same. The council at a press conference accused government of reneging on its responsibilities, leading to an escalation of the conflict. The council also accused government of disrespecting the chiefs and people and breaching the law by allowing a rival chief into the area. Let's now speak to our Upper East regional correspondent, Castro Senyala. Castro, thank you so much for joining us. How is the security situation in Bawku?
Right, Aisha, Bawku cannot be described as hot as it was yesterday and can be said to be as relatively peaceful as it was some few months ago. This is all thanks to the joint efforts of the military and the police, who have continuously mounted their operations within the municipality and across other sectors, all suburbs of the Kusok area. I can report that there's some amount of movement within the town earlier in the day and later this evening. But as we speak now, the town is completely empty as people have gone into their homes because they fear there may be some sort of gunshots and they don't want to be caught in them.
Castro, why has the Kusor Traditional Council banned campaign activities of the NPP in all 6 constituencies?
Aisha, even before the Kusor Traditional Council came out to ban the activities of the NPP, you would understand, or you might have heard that some parliamentary candidates of the NPP themselves, announced suspension of campaigns due to the volatile situation in the town. The Kusok Traditional Council says that the NPP government hasn't done so much as far as containing the issue of the conflict is concerned. They are also not happy that they have allowed, if I say the government has allowed a rival chief into the Bawku municipality, and for that matter, they say they are banning all activities and strongly directing their people, the Kusok people, to do same, and adding that they would continue to ensure that no other activity of the party is carried out in the area. I've been trying to speak to some NPP bigwigs within the region who have refused to comment on the issue, saying it's early days, but they are worried about the development and are hoping that in the coming days, tensions will go down and the Traditional Council will renege on its decision to allow for everyone to campaign peacefully. And then when we get into elections, there won't be any sort of disturbances.
Castro, this portion in the studio, but just before you go, we understand that the Regional Security Council also had a crunch meeting. Can you tell us about this?
Right, Portia, yes. I am getting information that, yes, there hasn't been any, RESEC meeting, but then steps are being taken to have that meeting because due to the escalating, tensions within the town, it has become very necessary for the RESEC to sit together and deliberate on ways forward to, ensure peace. You would agree with me that 3 months ago there was peace, and this is due to the efforts of the RESEC, and so they would want to sustain the engagements with the traditional authority and all other state actors and those involved in the peace building process to ensure that peace is once more brought to Bawku, especially as we head into a very crucial election in December.
Castro, thank you so much for your time, and Castro Senyala is our Upper East regional correspondent.
So Castro has painted a picture for us what's happening on the grounds in Bawku and how things are playing out, what the security is doing about it. Let's engage a security analyst on this to pick his thoughts on why once again Bawku is in the news, and again for the wrong reasons. We've been joined by Dr. Victor Doko, a lecturer at the Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Center. Thank you, Doc, for your time, and good evening to you.
Thank you very much, and good evening to you and Portia.
To start with, clearly it looks as though we are running around the same issue over and over again. There is an underlying political, chieftaincy concern here, and we've gone away, come back to it. There was relative peace. Now we are talking about this same concern again. What is it that we are not getting right in helping resolve this issue once and for all?
Right, thank you very much. There's a lot that stakeholders are not getting right. And when I say stakeholders, I mean the state, central government, the security services. You can talk about the CSOs also, because they are in one way or the other related to this. Now, holistically, it is the responsibility of the state, the central government, to ensure that there is peace, whereby its citizens would be having a free movement, a free, human rights, attributes, association, movement, and all that, safety. But as it is now, the will of the central government is somewhat lacking with regards to commitment when it comes to sustained engagement to see that the underlying factors, yes, it's chieftaincy. There are approximate factors over the years that have contributed, to the triggers that we have seen or experienced when it comes to recurrence of violence, armed violence, and confrontations between the youths. Now, what actually the problem is, there hasn't been, when I say there hasn't been, I mean there hasn't been an effort made to resuscitate the Bawku Inter-Ethnic Peace Committee that was mandated to foresee that the factions come together and then iron out issues and then holistically declare the conflict over. That hasn't been done. Now, somewhere in 2000, there about 2002, we were looking at the issue of recommendations posed by a consortium of NGOs that happened in Kumasi. Now, to date, that recommendation hasn't been done. One of the recommendations was to have a permanent, office for the Bawku Inter-Ethnic Peace Committee to effectively, implement the recommendation, but it hasn't been done.
Right.
Now, what has caused this current disturbances is with regards to the February 15 incident at Narelegu, where one Sadi was, in his skin as a Bawku Naba,
right,
and then subsequently his entry into Bawku. Now, this you would be rest assured that the Kusasi people in Bawku would not agree to. Now, a lot of questions have come up as to how Sadi has been able to enter Bawku and who aided Sadi, who are the stakeholders behind Sadi's entry into Bawku. There are lapses on the part of the security services. Why do I say so? You would expect that when the arrest warrant was issued on Sadi, there will be some sort of intelligence. What I mean is monitoring, so that the said gentleman does not enter Bawku. The security services cannot tell us, the intelligence bureaus cannot tell us that they did not analyze the situation, whereby knowing that when Sadi enters Bawku, there will be chaos. I think they knew, but they overlooked certain things. In that case, the aspect of Sadi entering Bawku means that there was an intelligence failure on the part of the intelligence bureaus and security services.
Right. And
how Sadi entered Bawku, and now we are all seeing the consequences.
Right, and still on that issue, I mean, it has led to the traditional authorities banning the New Patriotic Party from undertaking any political activity in the area. How would this help in the resolution of the current challenges? Well,
for one thing that I'm looking at it from the humanitarian angle is that, before I come to the political angle, is that one, the sort of this embargo placed on political activities affecting the NPP means that what is happening in the region, in that area, is that the NPP faction or members, are the ones affected. By that I mean, they are the ones that could be at the end or receiving end of violence. So with this, I see it as a safety mechanism, a preventive mechanism, so that these NPP factions, those candidates who want to go about and campaign, will not be affected much. The other aspect, is that the Zugwa, the Bawku Naba, is, stamping his authority as a paramount chief, as an overlord, that yes, I have the power to curtail or stop political activities.
Right.
It's in relation to the fact that they have expressed, they have expressed their concerns with regards to government's inability to address certain issues, including allowing Sadi to come in. So it is all one. When you analyze it well, you would know that, yes, I'm stamping my authority as an overlord. Since you failed to do A, B, and C, then I would not allow your people to campaign effectively.
Right, and it's interesting the two ways you look at it, both as a security measure and also a preventive measure. But talking about prevention, we've just picked up some information that there seemed to be some kind of a spread of that particular development in Ashaiman or some other parts of the country where we have indigenes from the Bawku enclave or within the Bawku area staying out of the area. We are told that it seems to be degenerating or getting warmer and hotter in other parts of the country. How can we prevent this from, de-escalating?
Very so. Now, what is happening is what we term the spiral effect of, a conflict in one area, which is happening elsewhere, far away from the main center of engagement. Now, how we can prevent is, I think the state's security knows, right, or should know where all these indigenes, the Kusasi and Mampusis, are inhabited in the part of Accra, Ashaiman, Tema, and part of the Onion Market and part of Central Accra. Now, you can deploy the police services over there, okay, and then you enhance your intelligence activities over there. Okay. There are leaders with regards to these two ethnic groups there. You engage them and then preach peace, calm, okay? Other than that, then you are sure that whatever is happening in Bawku would definitely happen in these areas.
Dr. Victor Doke, thank you so much for your time and thoughts and expertise on this issue. He's a security analyst and